Craft stick bending is the new art, craft, and engineering of craft wood. Popsicle sticks, stir sticks, tongue depressors, yard sticks, paint sticks, branches, whatever we can get our hands on at the craft store or from around the house. We're learning how to bend it and make things from it. We're family friendly, no steam kind of event, no steam, no boiling. With a lot of the techniques that we'll show you, this can be something as easy as these types of flowers. And we get into a little more advanced for older people. Or we can get into this little more advanced flower here. And if you really want to get advanced floral, this is a flower that stands about 4 feet tall. So we're making anything and everything we can get our hands on. This is an earring holder. Going back a chapter, these are popsicle sticks. These are the long coffee stir sticks. And we use the craft store wood aisle a lot. All these come from the craft stores. These are wooden spoons. Then if you have an engineer on site, we have a construction crane complete with remote control elevator. And then the crane itself. But this comes from, this comes from a remote control car. We tear them apart, take the electronics out to use them. This is the winch that creates the elevator. This is another motor that creates the winch for the crane itself. This little guy here, this is our workshop. What I want to explain is that this new family-friendly craft doesn't have to come from the garage anymore. To make the toys and things that we're doing, you don't need a table saw, bandsaw, planers anymore. What you can do is pretty much do this from the craft room or the dining room table. Here's like a little pump we've made. So this little guy here is fabulous for cutting. We cut all sorts of things with it. Wagon tops. We do tanks, tank treads, and show how to make wheels. We bend the yard sticks. Some Christmas ornament type things that we've done. So this is what I said, this is family friendly event. You can make toys for one another, gifts, crafts, all sorts of new creations. This is the coal car. You want to save your broken up sticks that don't bend very well. You can use them for small parts. This is the lowboy freight train, where it carries the extra heavy items. This particular item here, it could be well, it's a pipe, but it could be a rocket ship, it could be a lighthouse, it could be a telescope. Nice catch. This is the telescope I was talking about, or kaleidoscope. So we bend, and then we bend around the bend, and then we bent around the bented bend, and come up with a telescope. Now, obviously, we don't have any lenses in there. but we're working on it. Here is some yardsticks that we've bent. What we do with those is we go to Value Village or Goodwill and we buy these plates. They're just clear cookie plates. Then we wrap the yardstick around it, bend it, color the plate, add the chain, and they make like window hanging. There's some shelf supports that we're making. Here are the shelves. Glue on some tiles. There's a tree limb supports. Glued on a tile. We have a chapter that will talk about wheels and making wagons and chariots. One's on barns, stables, and fencing. Have one on castles. So the one on castles is, we're talking like 2 feet, 1 foot size type castles. The barns and stables, some of that is about the same size. This is a scale we made for a classroom project. We do a lot with catapults, like I had mentioned. It's a kind of a catapult thing we've made. Some fencing. This is our little monster guy. His arms move, the neck moves. We like, this is a remote control Pinewood Derby car where you can video who's in front of you and or video who might be behind you. Hopefully more people are behind you. It's not legal, but it gets us some really good footage. What we did is we converted a Pinewood Derby car with the remote control of an RC car, cut the center out, added motors and gears here to allow the camera to go around. Some more electronic things back here. We're understanding how to hold batteries and wires to hold them for our electronic wood creations. This is our wine rack. Started out to be a bridge, and then we're discovering other uses for our items. This is basswood. This is one of our latest, is we're creating a wine rack. So we'll make a bunch more of these and create, or this could be a paper towel, not a paper towel, but a small towel holder. This is our caboose. So you can just see that the possibilities are endless of the items that you can make. Make for yourself, make for friends, make for your family. We have a lot of things that we're bending around, including bolts. This is the start of a new letter. In fact, I'll show you, I skipped that back here. We have a complete alphabet, uppers and lowers, for the creation of a new font that people can download. We do a lot with remote controls and wires. This is a lumber racked monster truck with a lumber rack on it for the Derby race. We mention the Derby, Pinewood Derby, often. We're not related to Boy Scouts. We just like their wheels. I'm a supporter of BSA and anything that they do, but we like to create, you know, engineers out of students. This, we do bridges. This is a miniature rebar inside here and concrete bridge with our arched bridge. This is more of the basswood. CraftStick Bending is going to spin up the art and craft, toy and gift market, and it's going to allow people to build things they've never ever considered building before. One of the things I forgot to mention, we have a little hovercraft here. We do like to add motors and wood together. This is one of our freight trains. This comes off. The jewelry box comes out. Open the jewelry box. We have a piping we've made. See if we can see through there. Doesn't matter. Which makes for an interesting musical toy. It'll also create all sorts of optional parts to add to some of your other toys or to make a jewelry box. Freight train is not finished yet. We need to make the attachments forward and back to put all of them together. But you can see the advantage of working with craft wood. There's some clothespins. We use the pinewood derby wheels quite a bit, like I had mentioned. Here is the locomotive, including the snow plow in the front, a hidden compartment inside. If I could open it, oh yeah, that's why it's hidden. Here's the hidden compartment inside. You can see the advantage of CraftStick bending when you can bend mold-shaped ribs and then wrap the ribs with this basswood. You can see now the advantage. You don't need a big shop to carve, cut, drill, sand. Now we can do additive manufacturing and creating, when you do ribs and forming the basswood as a skin. Once again, the derby wheels, a little flexibility there. One of the little guys we've had come out on each of our shows is our tank. And what we do here, this example is about converting toys to CraftStick bending. So you can add, you have toys, you have CraftStick bending, add them together. On this particular one, although it wouldn't fit in my box, we add a camera mount so we can chase the dog or drive under the couch and get some footage from, you know, like the foot level. But this is just one of our fun little examples that we use. This is just our DVD and box of craft sticks that we'll sell. If you would like one of our DVDs, instructional, then let us know, email us, and we will contact you